That's for you.
It's just a card for me.
Yeah.
It's to my person. Thank you, sir. Oh, I appreciate it.
Should I sing to you?
I think you have to. Why don't you look at what he's doing? Look at that thing.
Wow.
Lord. Babe, look at that.
That looks amazing. Creaky chair. Hi. I know that I haven't spoken yet. I wanted to take a second because this is like a reset vlog, and to me, it's very easy, like when I'm coming back from a trip or something, or back from like being with a bunch of people and I'm like alone for the first time in a while and I want to feel more centered and grounded. It's really easy for me to get good sleep, clean up my space, get great workouts in, go grocery shopping, eat home cooked meals. Like those are the things that are very easy for me to do. So a good like indicator of when I'm feeling more grounded is when I'm doing the things that are very hard for me to do and are out of habit, out of practice. When they are out of sight, they're out of mind. And I know I'm being vague, but I want to specify it and really talk about journaling, meditation, like meditating and doing some gratitudes and like self-affirmations, because those are the hardest things for me to actually keep up with. Like I do not wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, I'm awake, the sky's awake, like I'm ready to meditate. Ding. Like literally no, that's not me. In fact, the first thing that I probably do is pick up my phone and scroll through TikTok, which is like a whole other issue. Trying to work on that. But when I am actually pulling these things out, these being my journals every day, that's when I'm putting in the hard work. This is what takes discipline, and this is what gets me to that state of calm. So I want to kind of walk through it because I don't know if any of you relate or like similar to me in that way. Like I'm very fidgety. I don't like meditating. That whole kind of concept really triggers my fight or flight because I'm very like go and I don't like to sit still. You can even just tell in the way that I speak. I'm very like stream of consciousness, and if I have the urge and impulse to do something, I will do it because I'm really impulsive. Like that's with my thinking patterns and my actions. I'm a very impulsive person. So firstly, I think it is so sexy when I empty out a notebook, when I fill up all of the pages, because to me that indicates like self-reflection. It indicates a lot of work in terms of acting, but it is so sexy to me that I just bought a new notebook because I'm like, holy shit, Emma, look how introspective you've been. Like, look at you. I just want to have like a little win, a little moment there. I do love the stickers on this one, but it's time to switch. When I'm doing this like meditation every single morning, it's really just a few simple things. The first thing that I do are self-affirmations, followed by gratitudes in the present, then gratitudes in the future, and then I do like a 3-minute meditation. So let's talk self-affirmations, because I've mentioned this a few times, but I'm trying to boost my self-esteem because ever since quitting my job and pursuing acting full-time, there's been so much more space and time for me to have self-doubt and negative self-talk because I'm not seeing results as quickly as I want, or I just have less things distracting me. So I'm more aware of the things that aren't necessarily happening. So it's kind of like twofold. I'm allowing for more negative space to come in, but it's also giving me more opportunities for gratification and self-awareness because I'm having to fill the moments and being really intentional in what I do by filling out the moments. It's kind of hard because I feel like it's a fake it till you make it thing, but I write 3 things that I love about myself every single morning, and they can be personality traits, physical attributes, or just things that I'm like really freaking good at, like making coffee. And these things don't always have to be like the most complex or like introspective observations ever. It can literally be like, I make really good coffee. But it's one of those things where it's like I'm trying to get bigger, bolder, more like ever love for myself, if that makes sense. And this is a way to kind of start having those conversations within myself on a more like subconscious level by acting on it consciously. By consciously writing these things down, then I'm walking around with a little bit more like confidence, and I'm also looking for more things within myself to feel appreciative of. Moving on, gratitude's in the present. I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, and this is a great exercise because I like to lead with humility and grace and just gratitude in everything that I do. At the end of the day, like, I want to be the most empathetic, compassionate person. That's just who I am. I bring that into my acting and I bring that into all of my relationships. And by writing down 3 things that I'm grateful for, it also helps me walk around looking for things to be and feel grateful for about. And then on the flip side, doing gratitudes, I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for that haven't happened yet. And this is where like my manifesting comes in. I've always been the kind of person I've always been a very visual manifester. So even when I did sports, I wrote down all the times that I wanted, all the scores that I wanted. When I wanted to go to USC, I wrote down that I wanted to go to USC. Literally hundreds and hundreds of times in my notebook. To me, when I'm writing things like that, like when I'm manifesting in that way, I'm writing really specific goals that I want to hit within really, really specific timelines. And with manifesting, you can't just write these things down and then expect them to just happen. Like, you have to put the work in behind. So with the sports, I was going to practice every day. I was eating really well. I was getting a lot of sleep. I was a well-oiled machine. And it's no different than when I'm manifesting things for my acting career, because I'm constantly in class. I'm constantly putting on self-tapes. I'm constantly reading plays, watching movies, TV shows. But I'm having these very specific goals and very specific dates. Something very, very cool is I just got representation. I officially have an acting manager, which I'm really excited about. And it was funny because I looked back in my notebook and I could see a very specific moment in time in which I wrote down that I would have representation by the end of August. And I ended up having my first meeting with my now manager on August 31st. I was doing work behind it, but like, I think having that very specific goal and deadline in mind also ignites the fire within to work towards that goal. Okay, that was the next one. Now we're gonna move on to my meditation, which I'm not very good at keeping to the schedule, but I'm really trying. And when I'm meditating, it's really, to me, it's just about self-reflection and being present and having like a gut check. Like, how's Emma feeling? What is Emma wanting? What is she missing? And how can we get what's missing? If I'm feeling compelled to write a few pages just on what's going on in my life, how am I feeling? Did a specific event occur that I want to reflect on? But if you're looking for something to help prompt any kind of journals or thoughts, something that I really recommend, or a book I really recommend, is this Journey to the Heart book by Melody Beattie. It's great. It's dated for every day of the calendar year, and it gives you a prompt to reflect on. And it could be something that's like very, very specific. Like, sometimes it feels like this bitch is watching me and suddenly I need to write about what she is prompting me to, because she's in my mind, she's in my life, she knows what's going on. Other times it's a little bit more vague. So if you're like me, you hate meditation, it turns you off, it's like, oh my God, it's the last thing I want to do. I really do like this because it does give you pretty solid prompts for just reflecting and just taking a few moments. And you don't have to do like pages and pages and pages of writing. I know I was just like talking at you a lot, but when I'm doing all this, like, the bitch is back. Emma is in the building, she's present. And so this is something that it takes discipline. And to me, that means that I'm growing. And I don't think that I grow in places and doing things that I'm comfortable with. And this is a very uncomfortable activity for me. And it's something that I can do every day. And if that means that I'm just doing one thing every day that makes me uncomfortable, but it's something that is so important and integral to like checking in with myself, then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to try to avoid it for as long as I can. But at the end of the day, like, if I don't do it, then that's on me. Like, that's something that I'm missing out on, that I could, like, I'm the thing that's in my way, and I don't want to be in my way anymore. I don't know if this resonated with anyone, but sometimes I feel like I'm on an island all by myself, so I like to share these things in case someone else feels like they're floating on an island, because hey, we can be on the island together. You got an island mate here. Should we cook up a luau or what?
There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it?
We are making sweet potato fries and homemade chicken tenders, crispy chicken tenders. So I've got like a bunch of sweet potatoes here. Panko breadcrumbs is how I prefer to coat my chicken tenders. And then I'm gonna use egg whites instead of normal eggs because my doctors advised me not to consume as many eggs as I am. Got some chicken tenders as well. And then I was gonna say, like, I want some sort of green, but I literally had a green smoothie and a salad, so fuck it. We're doing like a orange meal. I've made these a bunch. They're very good.
Please tell me what you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep, it's phenomenal. When my closet starts to look like this, makes me feel a little crazy. Horrible dialect. But I've been thrifting. Like, if I'm going to continue to thrift at the cadence at which I'm thrifting, then I need to be purging at a more frequent cadence, because I can't even close some of these drawers. And there's like clothes in here that I know I haven't touched in a really long time. So I want to make like a few different piles of things that I can have my sister and friends look through, and then ones that I know for sure I'll bring to the thrift store. But this is another way for me to like reset literally my closet. My jeans is where I have a lot of, I don't need this many jeans, but it's like my weakness. Even though it's kind of ironic because I hate shopping for jeans, but I know ones that I don't wear anymore. I didn't say I was folding, one thing at a time, okay? That's a pretty good pile. Honestly, we got some old Gymshark, some graphic tees that actually don't belong to me, they're my sister's, and then a bunch of jeans. If you guys have followed me over the years, you will have seen these many times. These ones are just too big. They've always been too big. They're gorgeous. Sparkly pants. Oh, I need this belt though. Excuse me, hello. There we go. I know it's bad to use makeup wipes, but I figure I have a packet right now. Let me use it. I'm too short to use the stand above my toilet as a tripod. This is me on my tippy toes. This is the self-tanner I use. It's Saint Tropez Purity Self-Tan. It's like a clear one. If you guys have tans or self-tanner that you like that's not $40 a bottle, let me know, cause breaks the bank. Oh my gosh. I'm just sitting in what Nick and I like to call the wedge of the couch. It's like the perfect spot to lounge in. And I'm going to watch the new episode of American Horror Story. If any of you are watching this season, it's the 10th season double feature. Let me know what you think. I really like it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little reset kind of vlog. I've been feeling like I'm out of orbit, and I'm really happy that I took the last few days to just like focus on doing things that help me feel more grounded and centered, and I'm glad that I took you guys along. Oh, the sun is kind of setting. It's kind of nice. Let's check it out.